Okay, let's talk about um, Marduk, the supposedly son of Enki, which could also may as well be Enki itself. This passage is a son. Nobody knows. So the best way that I could depict this being is as this. Of course, different people has um, different perception on how he could look, and some depict him as a spider, even some as a dragon, some as a human. A lot of them think are human, but it's not a human at all. So let's know more about this awful being, to know more about him. So he is also represented as Nabu. His children Nabu, consort Sapanit. Roman equivalent is Zeus, and the planet is Jupiter. Jupiter represents not just finances, but pandemics as well, diseases. So Marduk, calf of the sun, also he is known as Baal. Okay, that cow, bovine bull demon. Solakov, Hebraic. Modern Marduk was a god from ancient Mesopotamia and patron deity of the city of Babylon. Well, if he did free the Jews from Babylon, blah blah blah, why didn't he help it? I mean, because the Jew is in religion, and there are race which had the Hebraic. So what he did was save his people, his lineage. It's not the religion. Some white, big-nosed, nosy white people convert to religion that's nothing to do with their ancestrality or their bloodline, and I became Jew. However, the true Jews were the Hebraic people. And who are the Hebraic people? Look like Arabic, and they are Anunakis, nevertheless, and Dusiada are just they are servant, the followers, they are just convert. Okay, they are not the real primordial Jews of Babylon. Truth be told, because with me I'm all about truth. I don't care who quotes. Truth is truth and must be told. I'm not an Anunnaki to hide truth. So when Babylon became the political center of the Euphrates Valley in the time of Hammurabi, 18th century BC. See the name, Arabic name Hammurabi. 18th century BC, Marduk slowly started to rise to the position of the head of Babylonian pantheon, a position he fully acquired by the second half of the second millennium. In the city of Babylon, Marduk was worshipped in the temple Ezagla. The temple Ezagla, whose the mascot, the icon or mascot, or the chimera, Mushushu, the dragon. Okay, they worship the dragon. You see the chimera, part lion and a bit of snake and a bit dragon. That's the ancient temple of Babylon, Sumerian, Mesopotamian period. So it pretty much says a lot about the root, because everything must be from the root. You cannot find things from the center or the trunk. You must, or the stems or the leaves. You must find things on the roots. That is the foundations of things, and they are dragon and the snake man, Also, he's depicted as a snake man. He's a sorcerer. He likes to curse. He knows his spell. So the question was, if he really cared about the Jew, why he didn't save them from the Holocaust in the hands of those people? The Nazis were together with the others, was against the want to kill these people who were mostly white people. Why didn't he saved them this time around? Because those people now were white and it's not his lineage. So he said, what the heck, why should I care? Let them kill them. And who wants, you need to know that the Nazi was not the one who killed these people. There were others from the Middle East, from Asia. The Nazis would recruit people, other races, to kill the white people, mostly from Eastern Europe, who they saw as like a goyim, people who were low class, something like that, because they were from Eastern Europe. That's the truth that nobody wants to know. And the Soviet ones included the Switzerland, Sweden, was all in it together. And Marduk was there with the tall aliens. I will not say these terrestrials are white. They're not, but that one's a vest. That the vest itself has technological power. The terrestrials are not white. The terrestrials are other skin color. But those suits are white. They wear white. So there's the tall. Usually they call it the tall grays, but they're not grays at all. They're not. You saw them like this. They are all dirt. The skin, the true skin, and then it's all dirt is greenish, brownish, like that, greenish. Syrian text has become more critical of the Mesopotamian kings. The location of Marduk statue, where the blah 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 blah. I'm not interested. But jump it. Marduk's original character is obscure, but he was late. Oh, obscure! He was a devil. He went around creating havoc. He created the humans to be their slave, so that they would relax while their sub-manager, as they call it, will call the shots for them here, will represent them on Earth while they were around driving past spaceships and invading, not only not creating, but invading of other constellations and other planets, and try to find out more about the multiverse, but they cannot, because it's very difficult. The multiverse is internal. It is infinite. You cannot cover all of it, even if you wanted to. Even if you high technology, and even if you call yourself a god, a mighty god. Okay, that's the truth. And these beings come from the bottom of the cosmos, the antimatter, the black matter, to be precise. So Marduk original character obscure. Yeah, he's obscure. He's a coward, because he hide with his, whether he's in key or not, he hide under his father. In the head of Anu, but whatever trait Marduk may have were overshadowed by political development of the Euphrates Valley, which led to people of the time imbuing him with the traits belonging to gods who in an earlier period were recognized as the heads of the pantheon. There are particularly two gods, Ea-Enki and Enlil. His powers and attributes pass over to Marduk. So his darling uncle and his darling father could be himself. And some say that the Marduk is Jehovah, but also could be Enki, or it can be in Leo. So it's a mishmash, a salad, and nobody come to a real, you know, a real certainty about the nature and the origin of these beings. And now the big question: where does it leave Jesus, Yahshua? Who were him? Was him part of the Anunakis, or is him part of Tiamat, which was one of the first to invest here on earth? He's from Orion, the Queen of Orion. Is him the Queen's son, darling son, her only son who she created without male? Yeah. The Queen of Orion created her darling son, her dear son, without a male. Okay, so these other beings who now invaded the Sirius and became known as the dragons or whatever, Anunakis. They were most chimera, this mixed up ugly creatures. They were always at the loggerhead with Orion. They were always at war with each other. So we never know who is Jesus, because Jesus come to me in 2021. Okay, it was the last time he came to me, 2021 December, and he told me I was wrong about him. I should stop. So but why he didn't tell me? Why? What's your secret? I don't like secret, and I must know the truth. I'm here to know the truth. And today they told me that I'm not here to let go my shadow all at once. I must go it little bit by bit. And also that I shouldn't that I shouldn't know everything at once, something like that. And also my shadow, they say you shouldn't let go your shadow all at once. So what do you mean by that? What do you mean? Why should I hold on to shadows for? I must let it go. I don't like secrets. I don't like shady behavior. I don't like mystery. I must go there and speak, because things must be out of the bag, cannot be hidden in thousands objects and material stuff hidden deep inside the ground. No, cannot be. Must be out there for all to know. In the case of Ea, the transfer proceeded peacefully without facing the older god, which was his name or his father, Anu. Marduk took over the identity of Ashahluhi, the son of Ea and god of magic. And was thus integrated into the pantheon of Eridu, where both Ea and Ashahluhi originated. Ea, Marduk's father, voluntarily recognized the superiority of the son. Could he have been birthed and allowed this creature, and handed over to him the control of humanity? Try to control me. Good luck to you, man. The association of Marduk and Ea, while indicating primarily the passing to Babylon of the religions and political supremacy once enjoyed by Eridu, may also reflect an early dependency of Babylon upon Eridu, not necessarily of political character, but in view of the spread of culture in the Euphrates Valley from the south to the north. The recognition of Eridu as the oldest son and the part of the younger one. Late Bronze Age. Oh, they were so close. How nice. What a good relationship they had. Marduk absorbed the power and prerogative of Enlil of Nippur came as expensive of the later prestige. Babylon became independent in the early 19th century and was essentially a small city-state overshadowed by older and more powerful Mesopotamian states such as Zin, Lhasa, and Assyria. The rise of Marduk is closely connected with the political rise of Babylon from city-state to the capital of the empire. Marduk became the supreme god after the reign of Nebuchadnezzar. I learned this nonsense of Nebuchadnezzar since I was a 7-year-old to believe that in my classroom. In the 12th century, replacing Enlil, although Nippur and the cult of Enlil enjoyed a period of renaissance during the more than 4th century of Kassite control in Babylon. The definite and permanent triumph of Marduk over Enlil became felt in Babylonia. During the Kassite reign, the Babylonians were attacked by the Assyrians who captured the statue of Marduk, Ashur, the supreme god in the north, was considered to be the only rival of Marduk, who reigned supreme in the south. While the statue was brought back to Babylon, the Kassite dynasty of a weakened defense fell to the Elamites, and the statue of Marduk was taken to Susa, the Elam capital. Assyria remained an enemy of the Babylonians until the reign of Marduk Nadin I. The purpose of the creation myth was to explain how Marduk came to power. Unleash a civil war between the gods was growing to a climatic battle. The Anunaki gods gathered together to find one god who could defeat the gods rising against them. Marduk, a very young god, answered the call and was promised the position of head god. To prepare for battle, he makes a bow, flets arrows, grabs a mace, throws lightning before him, fills his body with flame, makes a net to encircle Tiamat within it, which was the earth, gathers the 4 winds so that no part of her could escape, no part of her could escape from his tyranny, his control and tyranny and invasion, creates 7 nasty new winds such as the whirlwind and tornado, and raises his mightiest weapon, the rain flood. Hey, give thanks to your God here who bring in flash flood, tsunamis, earthquakes. Give thanks to him. And I'm being sarcastic. Then he sets out for battle, mounting his storm chariot drawn by 4 horses, to poison in their mouths. And in his lips he holds a spell. In one hand he grasps a herb to counter poison. So insidious, so very, very insidious. First, he challenges the leader of the Anunnaki gods. Hey, hello! That's a mistake here because he is Anunnaki. He himself is Anunnaki. How come he challenges what he is? Would he challenge his own family? He wouldn't dare, lest he get castrated. The dragon of the primordial sea, Tiamat, to single combat and defeats her, is a lie. They are distorting things. Tiamat was not quite Anunnaki. Was from Orion. They are the Anunnakis from Sirius and the other hymns. To single combat and defeat her by trapping her with his net, blowing her up. He's talking about the earth, blowing her up with his wings and piercing her badly with an arrow, which could be a lightning or earthquake, etc. Then he proceeds to defeat King Gu, and this is I don't want to say the word because it's very irritated here. It's called as a by the scientific Greeks called Jupiter. Then he proceeds to Zeus, something like that. Then he proceeds to defeat King Gu, who Shama put in charge of the army, and wore the tablets of destiny on his breast. Oh my God, the tablet of destiny, or the tablet of control over the species in here, which was already here, created by the cosmos, when those Bigfoot monster first set foot in here. They already found humans, animals, plants, sea, etc. Only that in a much more organized way and much more harmonious way. And what they did, they created havoc, big havoc in here, in trouble. So rested from him the tablet, and they who created the damned hell downstairs. They create the damned hell called purgatory, umbral, if you will, or other names. So some part of the inner earth. They created that to best control the spark which we are, which come from the cosmos. That too they want to control, the spark that they did not create it at all. Not me. I don't care about if you want to be so proud to be a part of those beings. I'm not proud of being a part of them, because I'm not a part of them. I'm a part of them, apart from them. I'm not a part of, I'm apart from. Wrested from him the tablets of destiny, wrongfully his, and assumed his new position. Under his reign, humans were created to bear the burdens of life. This one, I make my head come out fire like this. My solar plexus come out of fire, because I'm full of fire inside. Nevertheless, I'm Peter fire. I cannot stand all this. Come out fire. It's like a dragon to bear the burdens of life. So the gods could be a leisure. Drink cola pineda, drink tequila, or drink caipirinha in the sun, while the idiots, their slaves ones here suffering. Also, when they came, the earth had at least more or less 25 degrees Celsius, which would be over 55 Fahrenheit around this range. It was much colder than we have today, but not very cold, you understand? The sun was very comfortable, very beautiful. When they came, they created the tropical areas. Did you see? Infernal sun, tropical, of over 33 degrees above. These ones they are doing. The earth was like this before. They did that because their scale needs the sun. If they don't get vitamin D, like I don't need the sun to get vitamin D, because my bone store good vitamin D without sun. But some people need the sun. The scales, those beings, they need to bask in the sun. Otherwise, they could die without vitamin D. So the lowly creatures built Marduk temple in Babylon. The lowly creature, lowly creatures, or the Goim, from Akkadian, but literally translated gate of God. I don't even want to stress. Marduk was depicted as a human. Open up his symbol, the snake dragon. Of course, he can fool you. They take your DNA, and then they create an illusion. They create a body suit that looks like a human, but he's not a real human. I cannot explain what they are, but they are best avatar would be the dragon and the snake, the serpent. But can they become a human or a plant or a tree? Yeah, they do. They do. Can they become a rock? Yeah, they do. Can they become a mountain? Yes, they do. They can, because they already has the technology and the DNA codes for all this. Marduk was depicted as a human, open with his symbol, the snake dragon, which he had taken over from the god Tishpak. Another symbol that stood for Marduk was the spade. Babylonian texts talk of the creation of Eridu by the god Marduk as the first city, the holy city, the dwelling of the other gods' delight. However, Eridu was found in the 50 millennium BC, and Marduk's ascendancy only occurred in 2nd millennium BC. So this is clearly a revisionist and backdating to inflate the prestige of Marduk. And I want to stress it out one thing, okay? I'm gonna tell Frank, because I don't like to go about the bushes. The occident of this planet does not represent the east, and the east does not present the occident. All right. So what I'm trying to say is that these beings represented the east, mostly Africa and Middle East, those part of the world, and not occident. They were centralized in there, not in the occident. So that does not represent the occident. They did when they invaded the occident eventually, right? And with the diaspora of people migrating to and fro, those other people bring in their culture into other people's culture, into the occident. So became this salad. However, I'm gonna say we means some people who doesn't have anything to do with these others Anunaki goddess by bloodline and lineage. For me, I'm a Latin. I don't know about the rest. I consider myself a Latin. The first two sojourns are described in glowing terms as good for both Babylon and the other places Marduk has graciously agreed to visit. The episode in Elam, however, is a disaster, where the gods had followed Marduk and abandoned Babylon to famine and pestilence. What? However, the disaster where the gods have followed Marduk and abandoned Babylon to famine and pestilence. Good, they deserve what? They love all this. The more the gods punish them, the more they will love. This is called the masochist, codependency and a love attitude. The more you hurt the being, the more they will love you. Because this being suffers from low self-esteem. Marduk, and they don't know who they are. So they give their power to others. Because they don't have enough power. Because they are too afraid, they are coward. They don't have consistency, they are too stupid to think outside the box. And they don't have courage. They are too stupid. And stupidity is the father of sufferings. So Marduk prophesies that he will return once more to Babylon to a messianic new king who will bring salvation to the city and who will wreak a terrible revenge on the Elamites. This king is understood to be Nabuchodonosor I. Thereafter, next list various sacrifices. Oh, need sacrifices. Shed blood from the thing that they did not even create. The poor cosmos create, the cox create, and then come devil from the bath of the hell, don't know from where, and then want to sacrifice the things that they did not create. It makes me going shaking my head, really. Cannot stand stupidity, A couple once discovered the house of exorcist in the city of Ashur, and was written between blah 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 blah. It is closely related thematically to another Vaticinium X-22 text called the Shulgi Prophecy. X sequence of tablets. I wish I was never born in this culture, never. Amen. Moribi. During the 1st millennium BC, the Babylonians worshipped the deity under the title Bel, meaning Lord, which was Marduk, who was a syncretization of Marduk, and Liu in the giant god Domozid. Bel held all the cultic titles of Enlil, and his status in the Babylonian religions largely the same. Eventually, Bel came to be seen as the god of the old and destiny. The cult of Bel is a major component of the Jewish story of Bel and Dragon, from the apocryphal additions to Daniel. In the account, the Babylonians offer 12 bushels of fine flour, 20 sheep, and 50 gallons of wine every day to an idol of Bel. Ah, that's okay. Oh, sheep! Oh my God, I thought it wasn't flour, only wine. But sheep, animal, poor thing. A day to an idol of Bel, and the food miraculously disappeared. Oh my God. Miraculously disappeared. You see what a fanaticism does to people. They believe to see, they don't see to believe, when it should be the reverse. I believe, I see to believe, I don't believe to see. I must see to believe first. Oh my gosh, how come the miraculously disappears? I think somebody goes there and eat overnight, then they think it's some kind of deity who did that. The Persian king Cyrus the Great tells the Jewish wise man Daniel. They say that Cyrus the Great could be a part of the son of this being who he's once Cyrus was the grandchild of Ea-Enki, and he was the son of Marduk. Tells the Jewish wise man Daniel that the idol is clearly alive because it eats the food that's offered. I think that he himself eat, and then he wants more, then he fool the ignorant, because if you want to suppress the idiots, control the ignorant, uneducated ones, you need to offer them religion and dogmas. You understand? That's the truth. That's the truth. Those Marialex one, the crooks, use those things, those tools, to control the ignorant one who are in total darkness, because these people are not very smart. They are not very smart. But so that's open. So there's only fool because there's the smart one, and there are only smart elect because there's the fool. The smart elects or the crooks, they thrive on those stupid ones. They are like vampire. They suck their energy by fooling them. But then he objects that it is only clay on the inside and bronze on the outside, and has never tasted a thing. Daniel proves this by secretly covering the floor of the temple with ash. Daniel and Cyrus leave the temple, and when they return, of course, someone goes there and walk. Some incarnated people with blood and flesh. Daniel shows the king the human footprints that have been left on the floor. A thief what? Prove that the food is really be eaten by the 70 priests of Baal. Baal is also mentioned at the right of several Greek historians. So much, too many stupidity, too many stupid, ignorant people. So this is how the Bible views Marduk. Marduk was a false god that was worshipped the chief Babylonian deity. He had several titles, including Baal, which simply means Lord. So he was also called Baal. Okay, Baal. He was worshipped as the god of storms and fertility, much as the Baal, see, of the Canaanite wars. The name Marduk is mentioned explicitly only once in scripture in Jeremiah. Babylon will be captured, Baal will be put to shame. Marduk filled with terror. Good for him. What he say? Hair image. So he had what? He had a frog between his legs, or he had a pendulum? What did he had in the first place? You don't make any sense. What her? Why you bringing a woman here? Her images will be put to shame, and her idols. Hello, Marduk was not a woman, and that's the reason why you demonize it, because you think that is a frog. I mean, a woman have the genital, at what? You think that she wants that, and then that's why you demonize it? It was a male, it was a boy, it was not a female at all. His image, not her. His. Though these people don't know how to use this feminine and masculine, the gender adjectives. For them, the female become his. They don't see her head clothes, her skirt. He say his skirt, his dress. The same thing as these people. They don't know how to use the proper gender adjective in a language, in a certain language, like Indo-European languages. So have image will be put to shame. There's nonsense. Jeremiah here predicts how the false god would be put to shame. So here you see, I'm not gonna quote what these people, how they viewed, this being. Here was he's a Sharon, or temple, whatever. And also, for some, he was a werewolf. How true is that? I'm not sure, but he was depicted as a werewolf as well. And some he wore like this. See, it is a very cunning resemblance with the being he wore called Jesus. See how the two were confused, and why? Because they have a cunning resemblance. But this is how he used it to project himself. When this was in truth, this was his several avatar that he used it to fool the people. Okay, so he came up with one of this avatar when he wanted to present himself to people, right? Grays do that, dragons, reptilian do that. So we never know. And also he had a mascot and an icon or a symbol that was a chimera, something like that. Could it be Dumuzid? Dumuzid also appear like that. Okay, it was his either Dumuzid was his brother or his cousin. I'm not sure. I already have forgotten already. But he often appears like this with a dragon nearby him. So here, more about this being. He was once known as Baal. Of course, they are not what they appear to be. They are demons. They come from the bottom of the cosmos. They are demons. King David, the Anunaki gods. Who is King David? Was he sent? Totally not. The meaning including the Sumerian, Akkadian, Armenian. They are back. Yeah, and they are back, alright. They are really back. And they hate me. Nibiru lurking the shadows, Anunnaki historian. The Anunnaki in heaven's reject. But you don't have to be worried, okay? Don't worry, because you cannot go wrong with that. They are not the master, the top big master and creator of everything of the cosmos. The cosmos is self-made. There has been no demon, no monsters, no dragons who created it. It created by itself, okay? So you cannot go wrong with it. If you have to die, you go back to cosmos, okay? And then you can attach, you merge with it, and then you come out of it again, you detach from it again. That's okay. You can take time, non-time over there, but you eventually this you're gonna detach from it again, and then you're gonna create again. You don't have to worry about these beings. They are just the clowns of this solar system here. I call them the clowns. Instruction for contained Anunnaki. Some call him an Yahweh, but some disparate say, oh no, Yahweh could be the Enlil, or some will say, oh yeah, Enlil, and some will say no, Marduk is Yahweh, or could be also his father Ea-Enki is Yahweh. So they do it to confuse. They're not going to present you with a tray filled with truth. They will always trap you. They will fool you. They will mix truth with lies. They will deceive. They will deceive you because they are pretty much deceptive and a big fat liar. A big fat liar. Who wants Marduk? Sometimes he comes as this ugly man here. With this ugly man here. All ugly, but fits him alright. Anunnaki God, Marduk, Lord of the universe. Not my universe though. But and a toxic male signs. Is there any else? Why only female? Gilgamesh. He was regarded as the creator of the whoever your big head. So overall, it's not a human, okay, it's a dragon. He is a malevolent, yeah, correct. He is evil, he is no good. The Anunakis spell of Marduk. He come here to disturb the queen. The Tiamat represents the queen of Orion who was came here. But when she comes, she already found it here. She didn't create anything. She just invested. And then they knew it. Then he take over. Say, hey, move, lady. It's our turn now. We're now gonna call the shots here. So the Anunnaki god Marduk, the meaning of Marutuku. What the heck is this name? Extracts of see, all about him. So they have different version of the story about this deity. Also, they can depict him as a lion. I don't know. He can, as I said, he comes with different avatars, so as to confuse. So you'll never know who they are because they are very cunning, very cunning. And he also is in the Vedas, okay, in the Hinduist culture, something like that. They are also involved in them. King of the Earth. Yeah, they are your gods, not my God, not the God of the earth either. And who's come as a Spider-Man? Young like this with the face of 80-year-old or police. What you know, man. Marduk and Tiamat. Men handled by Marduk. Man, this one is avatar so ugly, man. All ugly old avatar. So that's it for now, and more about the. So now we finish it about. Finish to talk about their children. And the next will be about the children of Anu, okay, which will be in Leo, Ea-Enki, Nigma, Nishida, something like that, and others, okay. And later, before you cover the whole family, but remember that this is just guessing, okay. This is not the ultimate truth. See, there's so many things that we don't know yet, okay. We are just let's say estimate. We are just suppose or estimate. We don't know the truth. The real truth is still there somewhere, and someone must find it out one day.